Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. You know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you never asked. It is Thursday. Today is the 24th day of June, National Pralines Day, National Handshake Day. Put her there, Heidi. And it's National Bomb Pop Day.
I just bought you some bomb pops the other day.
Yeah. She bought me some bomb pops and a bomb pop bag chair.
For you to share with your friends.
Yeah, I was at an event, and I said, hey, can you bring me a chair? Because I was not smart enough to bring my own chair. I was like, okay, I'm going to be there for like 6 hours. In the sun. Should I bring a chair?
Nah.
Yeah, I didn't bring a chair. Anyway, Heidi brought me a bomb pop bag chair that she bought for me and some bomb pops because it was warm. She's like, oh, here you go. I care about you. And then she said, you can share these with your friends.
You share these bomb pops with your friends.
I thought that was so funny. We should celebrate today. Also, it is a Thursday, so we have a Dear John letter from Should I Stay or Should I Go? Person who is trying to decide if they should stay with their job or move on.
Okay.
We'll give you a chance to chime in. All of that coming up in just a bit.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. I got to tell you, I'm going to warn you, both of these studies probably are things I wouldn't typically read, but they're just bizarre. A survey from Mystery Vibe found 3 in 10 Americans got, I'm going to just say, friskier in the sack in the lockdowns last year. The poll showed 30% believe their sex drive increased during the pandemic.
Okay.
We are not part of that 30%.
No.
Thinking back, I don't remember any of that. Clearly, we missed the boat. And this other one.
We missed that memo.
Research, she's my wife, by the way, for those of you who wonder. Research from the University of Texas found that COVID-19 can affect testicles. And I'm assuming that's just in men. I'm pretty sure. But what is going on there? I have no idea. So like I said, I typically wouldn't even read those, but there were 2 of them just so bizarre I had to share. Surveys and studies and such, brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
This is Your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by timeforrehab.com. A Florida man arrested by the police when they responded to a collision at a Burger King. They showed up and found 64-year-old Joseph O'Brien unsteady on his feet, slurred speech, unable to maintain focus. They also smelled a little booze on his breath. According to the citation, the vehicle collision occurred because he drove his semi with a trailer through the Burger King drive-thru.
Yeah, you can't do that.
No. States the trailer ran across the front of the vehicle and dragged it back through the drive-thru. Attempted to back up despite striking the vehicle. O'Brien failed his field sobriety test while searching his vehicle. 2 16-ounce alcoholic beverages were in a bag, and 2 more were found in another bag in the back of the vehicle. So he had drank some Listerine mouthwash trying to, get that booze off his breath. Taken to the hospital where he refused a blood test. He was charged with first-degree wanton endangerment, first-degree aggravated circumstance operating a motor vehicle under the influence, and possession of open alcohol containers in a vehicle. So I got a feeling he won't be driving a semi anymore.
No, probably not.
That is just bizarre.
Are they sure that he drank the Listerine to try to cover up the smell of booze? Because some people,
I don't know.
Don't they drink that sometimes
I have no idea.
Get intoxicated?
Well, I think he had already had his intoxication. I think he was trying to cover up that breath, but who knows? That is what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. A new report claims Kim Kardashian is being paid to advertise cryptocurrency on social media. And online,
So
online,
what?
it was actually kind of funny because they were like, well, she doesn't know anything about this. So if people take her advice and then they don't do well, is it up, like, can they blame her? And the answer was, anyone taking advice from her.
You are to blame.
So again, I don't quite understand how all that goes. Because you know what? She's done pretty well for herself. Lori Loughlin, by the way, is appearing in a celebrity-filled video that congratulated a young TikTok user on her graduation. And it was not lost on anybody.
I was just going to say.
They're like, congratulations. I wish you the very best at college.
Oh, my gosh.
Tell your parents not to offer them any money. This thing seems like that maybe is a video she should not have done. Big screen, little screen, brought to you by channelsurfertv.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of RadioSavings.com. A video of 3 men rescuing children from a burning building in Russia has gone viral. Firefighters arrived soon after and extinguished the flames. The local residents have been nominated for bravery awards for their heroic efforts. That's really cool. That could have been our good news today. Man,
It absolutely could have been.
I wonder what our good news is going to be. It must be
really good news.
All right, hey, this is interesting. Tucked into the $2.3 billion COVID relief package back in December, a requirement for the Pentagon to deliver unclassified report on unidentified flying objects to Congress. That report is coming out tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you think there's life out there somewhere, Heidi?
I don't believe that we're the only ones, but I don't think that they're here probing us and
By the
stuff.
way, I posted that as a question Monday, Tuesday, earlier this week. It's on our Facebook page. It's interesting. If you would like to chime in, do you think there's life out there? You can find that at facebook.com/JohnandHeidiShow. And interesting story to follow that up. The infamous Tic Tac UFO that was seen by a U.S. Navy pilot has now been spotted over England. So I've got a link to that story, too, if you want to check all that out. They call it the Tic Tac UFO because they say it's kind of shaped like a Tic Tac.
Okay.
So, not TikTok UFO that would get out and dance funny. That's a whole different thing. And federal agents say a tidal wave of industrial-made fentanyl is flooding the streets of New York. So that is bad. Now, here's the thing. If you've got youngsters that live in that area, please have the conversation with them about how dangerous this is. This is one of the many, many, many reasons you should not do that kind of thing. It is
Doesn't
deadly.
matter where you live. You should
I'm
have
just
this
saying,
conversation.
yeah, definitely anywhere, but especially there. And a former Alabama school principal admitted to filming his daughter's friend while she was in his shower, unbeknownst to her.
Oh,
hence
my
the
gosh.
former Alabama school principal. Yeah, that's bad. Thanks for listening to your Scoop of the Day on the John and Heidi Show.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time right now for
Dear John Letters.
All right, we got this letter. I posted it on our Facebook page earlier this week. We've already got some folks that have chimed in, but there's room for your advice too. We'll tell you how to do that here in a bit. Let's read the letter now. Dear John, my wife and I are trying to make a big decision. I've had my current job for less than a year. When I was hired, I'd been told one thing, but the job has kind of worked out to be a little different. I'm making about the same as what we planned, but there are some bonuses that are no longer available and some overtime that just won't happen. We're getting by just fine, but it makes a difference in some of the things we want. Our needs are covered, but many of our wants are not. Last week, I was offered a great opportunity that would instantly bring in some extra money, but it will also require some travel and more hours than I work right now. The new company seems to be a great place, but I know my current situation is pretty good, and will get better when overtime and bonuses come back. Not sure when that will happen, though. Should I stay or should I go? What do you think? We're leaning towards moving on, but there's something not sitting right with me on that. What do you think? Signed, should I stay or should I go? This is a tough one. Here's the good news. I honestly don't think there's a right and wrong answer. There might be a right and righter answer, but I don't think there's a wrong answer in either of these. Because if you are happy where you're at and you stay, I think that's fine. If you try a new opportunity, even if it doesn't work out, you can at least look back and say, you know what, I tried it. I have nothing to lose. So I don't think there's a wrong answer, and I think whatever you decide is going to be just fine. What do you think, Heidi? You're looking at me like I'm nuts.
I mean, if this is a good opportunity, you definitely don't want to spend the rest of your life thinking, what if?
Oh, yeah.
But if it's something that you're not getting a guaranteed income and it's all, like, it sounds like your current job is a guaranteed paycheck. And I don't know if this next position is a guaranteed paycheck or not, or if it's, say, a commission position or whatever. That's something you have to think about because that's a completely different type of a job.
Because it's saying it's a great opportunity. It's not saying it's a great...
Opportunity is different than a paycheck.
Well, again, the thing...
And I mean, we've always been risk takers, so...
You ask me, I might be different than what most people would do. But again, we're different people.
Right, that's what I'm saying, because, your advice is, give it a shot. But if this person doesn't have that type of a cutthroat personality, this might not be a good opportunity for them.
And here's one of the things. I think you need to listen to your gut. And you're saying, there's something not quite sitting right with this new position. So explore that and figure out what is it that's not right.
Right.
And like you were just saying, I never even thought about that. If it's a commission thing, if you're like, well, the opportunity's there, but what if this?
What
and
if I don't make the money and then now I've lost my guaranteed income.
And I don't even get to see, I'm not even home as much now because it says more hours and some travel. So again, when you weigh all of those things out, it really is tough. I don't think there's a wrong answer, though. I still will stand firm on the fact that I think either opportunity is a good opportunity. So whatever you decide, that should make you feel really good. Whatever you decide, you're going to be fine.
What you need to weigh here is if the opportunity doesn't pan out, can your family afford to live the lifestyle that you currently have until it earns the money that it needs to earn? That's what you need to think about. What if your first 6 months there, you don't make anything?
Well,
can you afford that?
It's saying our needs are covered. I was offered a great opportunity that would instantly bring in some extra money. So it sounds like there would instantly be more money than he's saying now. So I don't know. This is a toughie, but I love when people chime in with their advice. Folks, do you have some advice for should I stay or should I go? I want to say on a side note, by the way, I happen to know this person, very nice person. And I would love it if you would give this person some advice because he's a great dude. And I would like him to have more than just my advice because my advice is not always the best advice. You can chime in with your advice, which is always awesome advice, at facebook.com/JohnandHeidiShow. And another side note, if you've got a Dear John letter for next week, you could submit that. Guess where you do that, Heidi?
Where do you do that, John?
On our Facebook page or on our website. If you do it on Facebook, it comes to me, so I'll see who it's from, but we always leave it anonymous no matter what. Or if you're going, I don't even want you to know, you can submit it right through our website, which is johnandheidishow.com.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Napoleon was once attacked by thousands of rabbits. Yeah, Napoleon Bonaparte. One of the most powerful men in Europe at the time, but he suffered a huge defeat at the hands or at the paws of rabbits. After a military victory, Napoleon's chief of staff organized a rabbit hunt to celebrate. Thousands of rabbits were brought in to be set loose, but instead of hopping away when the cages opened, they all turned and attacked swarming the partygoers and Napoleon himself.
Oh my gosh.
After trying and failing to shoo them away, the great emperor ran for safety in his carriage. So there you go. That sounds like
That's a little embarrassing.
Yeah, it's like, okay,
They're
well,
rabbits.
that's not how we expected that to go, but
Wow.
you think they'll be talking about this in a couple hundred years? Yeah, we are. It's today's fun fact. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline England. I actually had to think this all through. When I read this, I was like, wait a minute. What now? What? Royal insiders say when Prince Charles becomes king, that's when the Queen dies, right?
Sure.
When he becomes king, he will not let Prince Harry's son Archie become a prince in an effort to slim down the monarchy. So Harry's the one married to Meghan Markle, right?
Right.
So they're saying their kid will not be a prince.
Well, and I wonder if part of that too is they've left the country and they're not involved with the royal family.
But I had to do a little mental somersaults here to figure out, okay, that's the one, that's the, I think that, yeah, maybe that's
But
what's
I
going
think
on.
that seems fair. I mean, if you're not going to be there doing the, doing the
I
thing.
thought you were born a prince. You're either a prince or you're not a prince.
I don't know.
Can I become a prince?
I would assume you can lose that title.
Can I just
Clearly,
start calling
you
myself
can.
Prince John?
You go
Hey,
right on ahead.
Princess Heidi? Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Welcome to our kingdom.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Just call him the Dippin' Dots Bandit. According to the police department, a polo shirt wearing man dropped through the ceiling in a Dippin' Dots ice cream kiosk in Texas. The store was closed. He grabbed a bag of frozen treats while he was licking on a sucker. According to is this guy me? Because that sounds like me. According to the post on their Facebook page, they say he shimmied back through the hole and then left into the night. His illegal quest for Dippin' Dot deliciousness was captured on security camera. Police are still trying to track him down. I have to click and see. I don't remember doing this, but that does sound like something I would do. No, it's not me. Actually, he's a slim fella. I was not expecting that. He's sucking on a sucker and eating Dippin' Dots right out of a bag. Does that not sound like something I would do?
That is hilarious.
That is definitely something I would do. Now I got a hankering for some Dippin' Dots. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. This is some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Now your moment of duh, brought to you by radiosavings.com. A web designer has named his baby boy, are you ready for this? Hypertext Markup Language.
Oh, that's
That's the
super.
kid's name.
That is
to pay homage to his
super.
profession. Dad, Mac Pactual, said having unique names is a family tradition, that he welcomed his newborn child. The man from Bulkin, Philippines, is so passionate about the job that he decided to name the boy HTML.
Wow.
That's what that hypertext
Yep,
markup language.
yep.
Some social media users reacted by mocking the name, sarcastically suggesting other acronyms for the name. So they went through just a whole bunch of other like JavaScript and things that I'm not going to read through that big long thing. Mac, by the way, that's the dad.
Yeah.
His name, Mac, is short for Macaroni 85. His
Okay.
sister's official name is Spaghetti 88. He claims his sister has two children called Cheese Pimento and Parmesan Cheese, who go by the nicknames
That is so unfortunate.
Chippy and Pee Wee. So yeah, don't do that to people with their names. Nicknames, that's some completely different thing. But names, no. Moment of Da, brought to you by radiosavings.com.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At insurancechicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at insurancechicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's insurancechicken.com.
Time now for Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center? Brought to you by timeforrehab.com. Heidi, are you ready?
Yes.
You were wrong yesterday. You're going to set
I
yourself
was
straight.
wrong yesterday.
Hey, look at me. Look me in the eye, right over here.
I'm looking.
Say, I'm going to get this one right.
I probably won't get this right.
No, you should say, I'm going to get this one right. Say that. Just say it out loud.
I'm going to get this one.
All right, here we go. The Plantation, Ponte Verde Beach, Florida. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center?
I'm hoping it's a golf course.
And the answer is, it's a golf course. Good job, Heidi. See, you got one right.
Yeah.
I tried to make it as easy as I possibly could. That is how we play. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center? Brought to you by timeforrehab.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is just an amazing story. It comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. Here's a headline. Veteran donates 36 acres of land to build a retreat for homeless veterans struggling with addiction. I love this story.
I love this too.
Veteran Marty Weber was offered $3 million for a chunk of property by a commercial property developer. And he said, you know what? No. He turned down that offer
Wow.
to do something for free instead, to build a retreat for homeless veterans who were struggling with addiction. Last month, Mr. Weber signed a letter of intent to donate 36 acres of wooded property in New Jersey for use as a group home rehabilitation facility and a quiet retreat for homeless veterans struggling with addiction and mental illness. They're going to call it Jeff's Camp. So I think that is really cool.
That's
By the
beautiful.
way, his name is Marty Weber. So let's learn who Jeff is. That is his late partner. Weber met Jeff while he was serving in the U.S. Army. They became business and life partners for 3 decades before he died 4 years ago of bladder cancer at age 56. Weber said they had always envisioned somehow using this property to help fellow veterans. And he said he felt compelled to realize that dream following Jeff's death. We thought about a cemetery for the vets. He said, but this is going to help keep them alive instead. The vision for Jeff's Camp includes 8,000 square feet of building space, which will be divided between treatment facility operated by New Life Addiction Services and a thrift store from a company called Just Believe, a nonprofit that helps homeless and disenfranchised.
That's wonderful.
I could keep reading for like another 15 or 20 minutes and I would not lose any interest in this, but I don't have that much time. It's going to cost around $2.5 million, and they're raising money right now.
Wow.
I've got a link to the story, all of the details. It is a fascinating story, and I encourage you, if you have a moment, you can find a link to it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Thursday.